Roadmaster Aiden here to tell you an exciting story that recently happened to me the day before my mom's memorial service. And, oh, Kermit, you want to get up on my lap and help tell it?
Yes, Cody. Just don't touch me like a Catholic priest.
Oh, Kermit, I wouldn't do nothing like that. So, story time, y'all. Yay! Okay, I got a big bottle of vodka, one of those big bottles of vodka. And I started drinking it, and I was watching the Alabama versus Auburn Iron Bowl game and all the other rivalry games like Georgia versus Georgia Tech, Florida versus Florida State. And I was watching all them, and I was drinking with my stepdad. And so I drank a whole bottle, only about that much left, and I poured it into a little red Solo cup or a Dixie cup, whatever you want to call it. Oh, calm down, Fred. I'm about to get to the good part. And I poured like that much left in a little Dixie cup, and I was out there in my truck watching YouTube videos because everyone was asleep on the floor because it was a one-bedroom apartment. And so I decided to go to Arby's. The Arby's wasn't about maybe a half a mile down the road. So what I do is I crank up my truck and I started, going to Arby's and stuff. I was going a little fast. I was spinning the tires, catching it sideways. It's a 98 S10 5-speed, so, I had to give it a little help because, blow off the steam because I was feeling sad. And let me remind you, this is 3 o'clock in the morning. So I get to Arby's, I have like $4 and change. I ended up getting me 3 roast beefs, and I was going slow coming back, eating them and stuff, and I cut through a gas station parking lot, a Chevron parking lot, and I didn't even know it until the blue lights was in my mirror as soon as I turned back onto the road that the apartment was living on, which I was only 200 feet from the apartment whenever he blue lighted me, and I pulled in, he stopped me. He asked me if I had anything to drink. I said, no, sir. And then he told me if I didn't tell him the truth or something like that, then it'd be worse on me, which you have your Fifth Amendment right to not self-incriminate. So do not self-incriminate yourself. No matter what they say, it won't help you any. If anything, the lawyers will tell you to be quiet. Not say anything until they are there. But anyways, I'm not like that. I tell them straight up, I hadn't been drinking. There's, some vodka still left in the cup right there. And it clearly sees I've been drinking, been rambling on, saying the same thing, digging for my insurance for about 5 minutes. And finally, I gave him my insurance and license, and he said, wait right there, and he walked back there, and I didn't even know, but there was a cop standing right there where I couldn't really see him because I don't have a rear view mirror on the passenger side of my truck. I know I'm supposed to have one, and I know I ain't supposed to be drinking and driving, and he was sitting right there to make sure I didn't do anything, and I didn't even see him, but, I was just sitting there, just sitting there. And he comes back and he asks me to step out of the car, and he shines his light real fast, and he says, you ain't got nothing illegal in the car that, you don't have, that we should be aware of. And I said, no, sir. They said, do you mind if I search it? Now, I could have said no and then still be legal and stuff like that if I passed the sobriety test that he was about to give me. And, yeah, I could have said no. But if I would have failed the sobriety test, then that would have been probable cause, and then he could search you, because in the state of Alabama, they cannot search your vehicle without probable cause. Well, anyways, I told him that he could go ahead and search it, because, I knew I was fucked then. And I did the sobriety test. I held one foot, my strongest foot too, up at least 6 inches off the ground with your toes facing towards the sky, and count backwards from 30, and say, 1,000, 30, 1,000, 29, 1,000, 28, 1,000. Well, I told the cop, can I say Mississippi? Because down here in the South, we say Mississippi. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. That's how we count. That's how we count seconds. Well, anyways, I did the 30 Mississippi, 29 Mississippi, 28 Mississippi, 27 Mississippi. And I did that until about 10, and he told me to stop. Then he pulls out this pen, and he asked me, what color is his pen? I said, gray. And he said, now, with your eyes, only moving your eyes and not your head. So look at the pen back and forth, back and forth. Follow the pen with your eyes and stuff. And then he scared me. He went up like that, and my head jerked up, and I thought I failed it right then. But then he did it again, and I was all good in the hood. I wasn't in the hood. I was actually in the nice part of the area that I was in. And that's probably why they pulled me and my truck over. So I didn't have insurance, because it does look like a beat-up truck. Anyways, then he asked me to recite the alphabet backwards, and I told him, sir, I cannot do that. Even on my best day, I can't do that. Which is ZYXWVUTSQRIT. It's hard. Try it right now. If you can do it, comment down below if you can do it. Well, anyways, get back with the story. I keep on nailing off. Then the final test, the walk the line, and count 2, 4, 6, 8, 8, 6, 4, 2, which is kind of hard. Try it right now. 2, 4. Had a little trouble there, even if you're straight. But anyways, I had to walk the line and stuff like that with my hands, flat on the side, just like Kermit is, one after the other and stuff. And I did that just fine. And he basically told me to go home and stuff, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I told him about my mom's memorial service in the morning, and I'll try to get some sleep before then. You're just now wasting an hour of my night sitting here digging through my truck and harassing me just because my truck was like that. I know I had been drinking and driving, but I know my limit. I've been out at parties before and not went home because I couldn't drink or I couldn't drive. I've stayed longer over at my friend's house. I've had a friend drive my car back and then borrow that car that night and then come back and pick me up, then me drop him off. I've had that happen to me before on one of my birthdays. But that's it for this story. Like if you like, subscribe if you like, and comment down below what what you would have done in that situation. Drinking a whole big bottle of vodka, drunk out of your mind, and just got pulled over by the police just because you had the munchies for some Arby's. And to be honest, that Arby's was not good and not even worth the hour I spent in the cold doing all them sobriety tests. So please, don't drink and drive. And as always, thank you for watching. Peace.